From bubble-blowing seahorses to tameable skulk dragons, here are the coolest mobs that Minecraft needs to add, like this netherite forge. These first dormant golems can be found lying in bastion remnants, just waiting to be woken with boiling lava. And while waking these giants means a fierce battle to the death, it's worth the trouble, as once they're damaged enough, they'll drop their core, which can be used to craft a forge shield that'll burn any mob that attacks it. Though, with enough netherite scrap, the forge itself can be repaired and ridden inside of, making you an unstoppable tank of destruction! What the? A slabfish? Found swimming around swamps and oceans? These guys are every player's best friend. Tame them with fish and they'll follow you around, even picking up items for you. Then, you can customize their outfits with different colored wolves. Oh, and you can have a dance party with them. Just, don't accidentally throw any eggs, because... Uh-oh. Looks like I lost those guys. Oh, whoa! The magnetic caves! Home to the polarizing boundroid. These creatures love to cling from the ceiling to sneak around before slamming down their metal heads to crush prey. It's an incredibly fast and strong ability, but it does leave them open to a counterattack. When slain, the Boundroid drops a few of its chains and a new heavyweight item used to craft the Quarry Smasher. With 4 magnetic lights and a quarry block, this smasher will automatically activate and begin smashing every block in its designated area while spitting them out of the quarry, all the way until it reaches bedrock. Just be careful, because the mole men might get jealous. These guys usually patrol together in high up snowy mountain biomes, looking to free anyone they can find trapped in powdered snow. They're keen traders too, and if you offer them some beetroots, they'll uncover snow-buried rewards for you. And once tamed with a crafted golden beetroot, you can bring them with you on your snowy adventures, or just have them lounge around your base. Just don't forget the spit splats. Found floating above the oceans, they love shooting bubbles, and will shoot at any player that gets too close, trapping them inside until they pop. Though they can be a nuisance, with the help of some kelp, you can actually tame them to follow and defend you from mobs, or stay and defend your base. However, killing a few spit splats will net you some scales, which can be used to either craft the splatter, a weapon that allows you to shoot bubbles of your own, or the splat totem, an item that can summon waves around you to extinguish you and your pets, while also trapping monsters in bubbles. Actually, that looks like fun. This is the life. Ow! Ow! Oh, a hilltop graveyard. This new daunting structure is the home of a new ghostly witch boss. Be ready for a tough battle. She uses a great number of moves to attack, even shooting storms of fireballs and using her ghostly hands to smash and swipe at her enemies. She's strong, but that just makes victory all the sweeter. And you'll get her witch staff to shoot fireball projectiles of your own, though you might not need it if you tame one of these red pandas. They spawn in jungles and love to sleep through the day, which can make them difficult to spot. But find one and feed it a few sweet berries to get a cute critter that'll scare away any aggressive neutral mob, like wolves, spiders, even polar bears, and iron golems. Now, I think you could help me with that gold golem that I angered. As long as you don't anger them, gold golems can be a tremendous help in defending you or your base, thanks to their long-ranged laser attack. And being built from 3 gold blocks and a pumpkin means it's easy enough to get a whole army of these things put together to help you fight the Ender Scent, which is a great help, as this massive Enderman-like mob can afflict players with a new chorus infection effect that damages and randomly teleports them around. Ow! Ow! You might even have to fight off some of its chorusling mobs while you battle, making it an even tougher fight. Once defeated, however, it drops the Chorus Crystal, which can be crafted into a chorus blade that lets its wielder teleport to a random location at will, useful for dodging incoming attacks. Whoop! Over here now. Ooh! An ore spider! Come here! Ah, nuts! Only found underground, these really small and really fast spiders can be found littered about, coming in every different variety of ore and even amethyst. If caught, they'll drop their respective ores for a nice bonus prize while mining. Don't eat me! Wait, is that a saddle? Huh, okay. Now, how do you start this thing? Whoa! These giant spiders can very rarely be found deep underground and are incredibly friendly. Once tamed with a chorus fruit, they can be ridden at great speeds and jump incredible heights before allowing you to glide through the air. Whoa, I can see my lab from here. While most piglins hate and hunt hoglins, this one, named the Rude Hog, seems to get along with them just fine. The two of them ride together, looking for players to give a good bashing to. And even if you take out the hog, the pig keeps on swinging. Whoa! Knock him down though, and you might just be able to grab his bone club for yourself. It deals crazy damage and even crazier knockback. Haha! Though one thing you'll never find in the Nether is the sponge squid. They tend to hang out in groups of other sponge squid near coral reefs and can be killed to easily obtain sponges without the hassle of ocean monuments. Now, to do what must be done. That ought to do it.
Finally time for a nice relaxing swim. Oh!
That was really funny.
Thanks. Wait, an illager! Most commonly found in a new cherry blossom structure, ninjar are illagers that love to ambush players, often staying invisible until they strike and vanishing in clouds of smoke to avoid attacks. Though tricky to hit, take one down and you might just get its full ninja fit that, when worn, will allow you to sneak past mobs with ease, even in broad daylight, as long as you don't get in their face. Hi! Though in the depths of new abyssal chasm biomes glow beautiful gossamer worms. While these large creatures often find themselves the unfortunate snack of terrifying holebreaker mobs, they do drop a new bioluminescence item when killed, which is used to craft special torches that can be placed underwater, allowing players to easily light up flooded caves when exploring. Ooh, redstone, perfect! I need that to build the redstone golem. Now, while this gal is a very slow and short-ranged golem, she makes up for it with tremendous damage and knock from her redstone fist, and can take out almost any mob in one punch. Built from 2 stone, a redstone block, and carved pumpkin, a group of these can even take out a warden with ease. Although it might struggle against the frostbitten golem. Far from friendly, this beast spawns in ice spikes biomes and attacks players with its freezing fist to slow and damage them. Once taken down, the golem will drop its frozen rune that can be crafted into the Great Frost Sword and Frostbitten Shield, weapons that apply the golem's freezing effect to mobs both when you hit them and when they hit you. Shiver in fear! Though crazier things await in the Mind Cells dimension. In these new dimensions wait a host of new mobs, like tentacles that burrow up out of the ground to attack, or the Shocker that unleashes massive shockwaves. Ah! Doing great, Carl! Then there's the Shield Bearers that defend themselves and others with an impenetrable shield bash, while Sweepers fire magical orbs that can phase through walls to damage you. But the gear you find in this dimension's chests is so worth it. Unique weapons like the Katana and Assassin Blade allow you to either slash forward through your enemies or deal extra damage when backstabbing, which pairs perfectly with the Phaser item, letting players instantly teleport behind an enemy to stun them before getting in that finishing blow. Just be careful, as the true treasures lie beyond that door. Prepare for death, you! Roaring with ferocity, this boss, called the Concierge, challenges players to a vicious fight. Along with a strong melee, he can send out shockwaves to deal damage and launch a ring of fire to set you ablaze. Worse still, he grows stronger as you fight and will even begin to leap towards players. Once defeated, along with dropping tons of valuable ore, the concierge will reward the victor with the flint, a weapon that allows you to launch your own waves of fire. Haha, awesome. Here you go, Carl. You earned it.
Everything will burn.
Then there are the Gipple colonies, filled with gelatin blocks and, of course, Gipples. Once broken out of their blocky homes, these mobs can be fed glow lichen to produce gelatin, which can be harvested for the substance to either craft into a new block set or eat to slow down hunger decay, which is a great snack for when you explore the new toxic cave biomes, where gamma roaches roam. Oh, gross. Although they usually ignore players, if you get radiation poisoning, then they'll begin searching for and picking up hostile mobs before carrying them over to you, including the incredibly dangerous Brainiac and the even more dangerous nuclear creepers. Oh no! That's why it's best to throw on your radiation gear and seek out the Ray Cat, a skeletal undead feline kept alive by its radioactive energy. These passive creatures can be tamed with a few of the radgill fish found in nearby poison lakes. And once tamed, Ray Cats will scare nuclear creepers away from you while also absorbing any radiation poisoning from their owner. Now, he's cute, but he won't defend you from the Unseen Grasp. The Unseen Grasp is a terrible creature that hides deep in dark forest biomes. It attacks unsuspecting players and mobs with its shadowy hands that can both stretch and phase through walls, often grabbing them and slamming them down into the ground to damage the mob and others nearby. Let me down, you bow! Taking it down is no easy task, but if you manage, the Unseen Grasp will retreat into its visage mask, allowing you to then wear it and use its dark powers for yourself. But you won't even need those phantom limbs if you find some of these vicious little helpers. They come in all different biome-styled varieties, including this wool one, found in brand new wool forest biomes. While these guys can be tamed with a whistle to follow and fight for you, you can also give them swords to have them lunge and 2 extra damage, or armor one up with granite for extra knockback. Better still is this netherite clad one that will attack with bursts of flame. Oh yeah, fry them good! Ah! A great white shark! Natural hunters, these beasts of the sea can often be found feeding on fish, squid, even guardians. And if attacked, will enter a frenzy state, attacking anything they see and causing them to bleed. And this blood then alerts other nearby sharks to also turn aggressive as they swarm their prey. Though killing one will net you a shark tooth that can be used to craft the new dent weapon, allowing you to deal bleeding damage of your own. Just watch out for this cute remora fish though. It's a passive mob that follows sharks, dolphins, and turtles, often abandoning them if it finds a bigger mob to follow. Upon death, these little fellas drop a sucker, used to craft the new landmine item. Alright, Netty boy, first one through this minefield gets to run the channel on the count of 1, 2, 3, go! Almost there!
Serves you right for ruining my pool!
Ah, darn. Oh, hello. Wait a minute. You're a piglin merchant. Merchants are a sight for sore eyes in the nether, as players can trade them gold ingots for a variety of unique nether weaponry, including piglin armor that provides both protection and strength to its wearer, as well as blast fungus, which is a throwable explosive that also poisons any mob caught in its blast radius. Then there's the Stormlander hammer that calls down lightning to strike your enemies. You could even give these weapons over to the new clay golems. Made from either 2 clay or terracotta blocks and 1 pumpkin, these human-like golems can be made to wield anything a player can, including armor and shields. And though terracotta golems are a bit stronger than the clay ones, their true power comes from their customizability. They can even be built in the end to help you fight shulker mimics. These guys are all about getting in your face and biting players to make them levitate. Ow! Ow! Oh! Due to their dirty tactics, killing them can be a real challenge. That is, unless you get some nearby shulkers to do it for you. because once attacked, these mimics will turn on their smaller counterparts, allowing you to more easily take them down, and rewarding you with a large shulker shell item that can be crafted into either a shulker helmet to keep you safe from levitation, or into a shulker shield that has a 60% chance to make your attackers levitate instead. Probably won't be any help against these Tengu Illagers though, because whether he's gliding through the air to deliver a hit or just meleeing you from the ground, this elytra-clad Illager is well equipped to push you away with crazy knockback. Though, if you want to ground him quickly, it's best to hit him with a projectile while in flight. Direct hit! Any last words?
Coral Golem.
Coral Golem? Weird last words. Oh! Coral Golem! Found near coral reef underwater ruins, this golem's only purpose is to crush any drowned it can find. Fast and agile, these golems are great to have around any underwater base. Just don't attack them yourself, or they'll become as vicious as a lava eater. Though living in the privacy of its underground nether dens, any player that accidentally digs into its home will find themselves on the searing end of its fiery chomps. And don't think you can dig out either. With its powerful jaws, this beast will chomp through the earth to finish off any intruder. Though with a weakness to TNT, players can still kill them to collect its skin, which can be crafted into the Fiery Jaw, a melee weapon that can ignite mobs you punch and even launch a ring of fire to ignite entire groups of enemies. Oh no.
Somebody stop that monster!
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
What? Oh, no, not you. Him!
Burn! Everything must burn!
Oh.
Carl! What?
Cut it out!
I'll never get to have any fun.
Sorry about that, guys. Here, these guys will help you rebuild.
But these are ants.
Yep, giant ants.
Ooh, bad joke.
These guys are surprisingly great builders and can often be found in their new ant hill structure, a weirdly advanced labyrinthian home filled with loot and ant birthing eggs. And while some ants are passive, others, like the fire ant and soldier ant, are not. Though, soldiers can be tamed with some crafted biofuel to switch sides, which comes in especially handy when dealing with the Ant Queen, a mini-boss that spawns inside anthills. She attacks intruders by shooting ant eggs and summoning flying drone ants to aid her in battle. Ah! Give me a break! Finally defeating Her Royal Highness, however, drops a compound eye item that's used to craft ant goggles, giving players night vision when worn. Ooh, neat. Whoa! Or you could always just find yourself a giant alpha bat. Seen rarely deep down in dripstone caves, they can be tamed with spider eyes and mounted to let you fly in style while also giving the night vision effect on command. It's perfect for any late night hunt or traversing the nether. And it'll even defend you from hostile mobs. Oh, good scary bat. I bet you ain't scared of nothing, huh? Wait! Why are you... The Nether Sentinel! This Warden of the Nether spawns upon breaking Netherwart for the first time, and along with its crushing swings, it'll occasionally explode in a small radius, spawning 3 blazes and acquiring a shield health bar that makes it immune to arrows. Yeah, oh, come on! Thankfully, with enough dedication, you can take it down to collect one of its tusks, which can be used to craft the Sentinel Amulet, an infinitely reusable item that completely protects its user against all forms of fire damage for 30 seconds. What are you looking at? Throughout every dimension, spy the Demon Eyes. These floating creatures are hostile, but easy enough to take down, dropping a new lens crafting material when you do. Though 2 variants of these, nicknamed the Twins, are much more powerful. Why don't you look at someone your own size? Ah! Together, one will fire death lasers, while the other will summon smaller demon eyes into battle. This is my nightmare! Once taken down, they'll have a chance to drop the rarer black lenses, which you can craft into either the optic staff to summon floating demon eyes of your own, or aviator sunglasses. A cool look that also gives the player mining haste when worn. You might even be able to impress these arrow blobs. Like what you see? I guess I'll need some starfish. Starfish can be collected and eaten as a food source, or crafted onto a stick to control the arrow blobs, making it incredibly easy to traverse between end islands. Just keep in mind that as you control it, it'll slowly sink down, so eventually you might have to let it take the reins to regain some air. No, go the other way. Not that other way! Though it still meets missing an ender pearl jump, or dealing with the void bulls. These horned menaces love to rush players and hit them with crazy knockback, often off of end islands! Not again! Very risky to attack, but it does drop a Void Husk, which can be used to make Void Scale Mail, an armor set that when worn, gives great protection as well as slow falling and knockback resistance. Oh, how the tables have turned! Just make sure you're wearing that armor when you fight the Teletor. They are extremely hostile. Using their magnetic heads to harness different iron tools and weapons, they can control them to deal continuous range damage. And these tools can be anything from a weak iron hoe to a fully enchanted iron sword. Ouch! Using magnetic meditation also gives them the ability to fly at slow speeds, and they can strafe in the air while attacking. If slain, a Teletor can drop a Telecore item that can net you the amazing Galena Gauntlet. This can be used with iron or netherite tools to both attack mobs with a weapon or break blocks with any tool at long distances. Though to craft it, you're first gonna need some slime from the Pharaoh Slime, a variant of slime also found in these magnetic caves. It'll attack by levitating towards the player before using its fluid spikes. And unlike other slimes that'll split when attacked, the Pharaoh Slime will actually seek out others to merge with in order to grow in size and strength, making it incredibly difficult to defeat, as even after being split apart from damage, they can re-merge if given the opportunity. Oh, no you don't! Get him, boy! Haha! Good boy! This is the Skulk Dragon, and while he looks intimidating, he's actually friendly. Hatched from a rare skulk egg found in ancient cities and then placed on top of a skulk catalyst, players that feed the egg enough mob souls will eventually find that it hatches into a baby dragon. Oh, just the cutest little terror. Players must then protect it from hostile mobs until fully grown, when it can be tamed with a specially crafted Skulk Glow Soup. Then, whether it's fighting mobs by your side, sleeping, or being petted, you'll have a loyal friend for life.